Mo may have been the smallest animal in our home, but she had a place in the family that was unlike any other. She wasn't afraid of the dogs, and whenever one of them got too close, Mo knew exactly how to make her boundaries clear. Sometimes she would let a dog come over and rub against her, but if she wasn't in the mood, she would simply raise her paws and make it clear that she wanted some space. She never tried to hurt any of them, but every dog in the house learned that Mo had her own rules, and those rules needed to be respected. Mo didn't come into our lives because we were looking for another pet. One day, she simply appeared in our backyard. I recognized her, so I contacted her owner and let her know that Mo was at our house. I even joked that she might never leave because my husband had already become so attached to her. But then her owner told me something we didn't expect. Their family was already looking for a new home for Mo because their children were allergic to cats. So Mo came to live with us, and the funny thing was, she never seemed to feel like she was somewhere unfamiliar. From her very first day, she walked around the house with complete confidence, almost as if she already knew this was her home. We already had 2 dogs, Peter and Henry, but Mo quickly found her own way of living with them. She was small, but that clearly didn't matter to her. She had her own personality, her own limits, and before long, both dogs understood how to live around her. Then Stanley came into our lives, and that's when Mo's story took an interesting turn. Stanley was a playful, energetic puppy, and the moment he saw Mo, he seemed to decide that she was going to be his friend. Mo didn't feel the same way at first. Stanley would keep going over to her, trying to get her attention and inviting her to play, while Mo would simply stand there as if she couldn't understand why this puppy was so determined to follow her around. But Stanley's persistence slowly began to change things. At first, Mo simply tolerated him. Then she started allowing him to stay close. Eventually, Stanley could even lie beside her without being chased away, and after a while, we began to see Mo playing with him too. There wasn't one big moment when everything suddenly changed. Their friendship grew through all those small moments, and I think that's exactly what made it so special. Stanley gradually learned that if he wanted to stay close to Mo, he needed to respect her space. And Mo began to understand that Stanley wasn't coming over to bother her. He simply wanted to be her friend. Little by little, they learned how to understand each other. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about animals. Friendships don't always happen the moment 2 animals meet. Sometimes one of them needs time, the other needs patience, and both need to learn where the other feels comfortable. Stanley gave Mo that time, and eventually his patience paid off. Of course, Mo was still Mo. She had her own opinions, and if Stanley became too playful, she had no problem letting him know when enough was enough. But by then, she wasn't simply putting up with him anymore. She had started to genuinely enjoy having him around. There was another side of Mo that made her even more special. She wasn't the kind of cat who wanted to spend all her time inside the house. She loved going outside with us, joining us on walks, and running through the forest alongside the family. She became part of our everyday life in a way that made it hard to think of her as just a pet. Mo was family. Peter, Henry, and Stanley each brought their own kind of happiness into our home, and Mo became an important part of all of it. But there was something especially sweet about Mo and Stanley's relationship. They couldn't have been more different. Mo was small, confident, and perfectly happy doing things her own way, while Stanley was a playful puppy who seemed ready to make friends with everyone he met. Yet somehow, those differences brought them closer. Mo didn't have to change who she was for Stanley, and Stanley didn't have to stop being his playful self. They simply learned how to fit into each other's lives. Mo gave him a place in her world, and Stanley showed her that he could be trusted, and I think that's what makes their story so meaningful. Animals remind us that a good friendship doesn't always begin with 2 people or 2 animals who are exactly alike. Sometimes it begins when one learns to respect the other's space, and the other slowly realizes that this person is worth letting in. That's what happened with Mo and Stanley. The little cat who had wandered into our backyard one day didn't just find a new home, she found a family, and Stanley wasn't just trying to make friends with a cat. He had found his best friend.